Hi! Would you like to be able to make Christmas gifts for your coworkers that are quick and easy and without breaking the bank? Well, that's what I'm going to show you how to do today as we use the Stampin' Up! Beautiful Promenade stamp set to decorate these ordinary dominoes for DIY Christmas gifts. Dominoes? Really? Absolutely. I'm Shelley Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 18 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand stamped smiles. And this Christmas gift idea for co-workers, well, they'll work for family and friends too. Here's a closer view of the beautiful Promenade stamp set we'll be using today for our DIY Christmas gift idea, and we'll be using it to decorate everyday dominoes. Okay, so what we're going to do is turn these ordinary dominoes, here we go, into refrigerator magnets, and they're going to be so pretty. And we're not going to give just one, we're going to make a set with them so they can be a coordinated set that they could make a little collage on their refrigerator, or, separate them, but it'll just look really, really pretty. So when you're stamping on something like this, this is a non-porous surface. That means the ink can't absorb in it. And we've got a special ink that will dry on it, and it's the Jet Black StazOn. Okay, and I love the smell of this. It smells like almonds to me. So we'll start with this spray. All right. Now the StazOn is interesting because it's a little bit sticky. Sometimes your stamp will stick to the pad. Okay, so make sure that's good and inked up. And what's nice about the dominoes, because the surface, it is slick, but it is even and smooth and even. What makes for really good stamping. And with the beautiful Promenade being a photopolymer, the clear rubber, you can see right where we're stamping. So I don't need to press hard, but I need to press everywhere. We want a good image. Okay, so it's going to stick. So peel this off. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Now, it's pretty like that, but we are going to color it. It's going to get even better. All right, so now we have this other spray, and so I was looking for a stamp set that I could have a nice variety, and I could turn the dominoes in different directions. Some will be what we call portrait here and landscape, like our first one. Okay, so I was busy talking, and we'll come over here and stamp. Okay. There we go. And so I'm not pressing hard, just want to press evenly and hold it down for a little bit. And so this will dry on there without you needing to heat set it. It takes about 3 to 5 minutes is what it says. And a lot of times I don't think it even takes that long. And here's another one. And all the stamps, all these, the 4 images that we're using right here are all from the beautiful Promenade stamp set. And we know they'll coordinate because they're all designed to use together. All right. Okay, just holding that down. I want it nice and vibrant. Oh, there we go, looking good. Now, all the stamps basically fit on the domino at this point, but you can use an image that's larger than the domino and still look fantastic. You just catch the part of it that looks good. Okay, so for this one, let's pick up our pad and make sure we're really good and inked. That's looking pretty good. So now you have to decide where you want to hit. And the first time I tried it, I got that bottom petal and I didn't like that look as much. So what I'm going to do is catch most of it right here. All right. So again, pressing even. and holding it down a little bit. You could fill it in with this, but we're going to color. All right, and peel it off. There we go. All right, so we are done with that. Now, Grandma always said you do things in odd numbers, so we have 4, we want 5. When I made my first set, I used You Are Loved, and I thought, oh, if it's for coworkers, that could end you up in the HR department. So instead, look at this, the Lilypad Lake. I went ahead and from here, be calm and leave it to God. All right, so you can use your greeting of choice. So we started with this one, so that we'll just give them more time to dry. And I'm going to use Stampin' Right markers. You may have thought I was going to use Stampin' Blends, the alcohol markers, like the Copics. The StazOn ink, it will just dissolve it. It'll just smear and make a mess. But the Stampin' Right markers won't do that. So we'll use that brush end and just color in. Isn't that pretty? So there's a lot of detail in this stamp set. Okay. But it's really, you know, it's a smooth surface, so it colors over very quickly. And your palette's not very big. It's only 2 inches in length and 1 inch wide. And then I have Gorgeous Grape. And these flowers out here. And I can go outside the edge a little bit because they are very detailed, just so we can see the color. And that's it. And then for the stems and the leaves, I have Granny Apple Green. So all the colors that I'm using today are from the Brights collection with Stampin' Up. And this Granny Apple Green, I use this a lot when I do flowers. Nice and vibrant and cheery. There we go. So you can go outside the lines a little bit, like you're watercoloring, because this is so detailed so they can see more of the color. Okay, so while we have that out, we'll go ahead and do this one. So these are water-based water-based markers, the dye ink, and it will not dry on here. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we'll do to set it. But it does let us color over that StazOn. There we go. And then our Melon Mambo. It really shows up pretty, doesn't it, that Melon Mambo? Very nice. Very, very nice. And I think I need a little bit of Gorgeous Grape on here. I can see. There we go. Fantastic. And so now for this, while I have the Granny Apple Green in my hand, let's do our diamond. What I like is, because it doesn't dissolve the ink like the Stampin' Blends, I can touch the lines. So it made it really easy to color over. And thank goodness I can touch the lines because, and this time Daffodil Delight, again, another one of the Brights. Because these were just so detailed. You wouldn't be able to color without touching. Oh, isn't that pretty? And we'll finish with the Melon Mambo. All right. And the dominoes that I showed you, I found them at Walmart. And there are only, 20-some, 28 in that set. When you're doing 5 at a time, that won't go very far. So I looked on Amazon and found, I think it was 91 for about the same price. I got all excited. Okay, I didn't stamp the best, but I think all of our color is going to make up for that. right, so I'm coloring in around this with some of the Daffodil Delight. And then we'll fill in with our Melon Mambo. And like I said, I don't have to worry about touching the lines. That's really nice. I just need to stay inside of them. Oh, looking so good. And so this is just, like I said, a project that won't break the bank, but how unique. And not that I don't love candy, but we get a lot of candy and sweets at Christmas time, so it'll be refreshing to have something else. I'm thinking my mom would really love this. Okay, yeah, that's all that color. It's not as obvious I didn't stamp as well over here. Come down here, fill that in. Oh, there we go. Hey, let's color on it. And it deepened it when we did that. All right, so that leaves, look at all this color we've got going on here. And so like I said, we've got them going in different directions so they can have their collage of them. And I thought, well, I don't want that to be left like that. So back with our Granny Apple Green, we'll just color the whole thing. Isn't that nice how smooth Stampin' Right markers go on. So you could go all the way to the edge, or you could leave the border like I am here. I'm liking that. Okay, so this isn't going to air dry and it's just not. Okay, so what we're going to do is I've got some paper here. I'll move this aside and we'll place these on here. And we're going to set them with Mod Podge clear acrylic sealer. Okay. I have a link to this as well. And so you shake it well. I have another piece of paper here. I'm going to hold it because I don't want this going everywhere. And you don't want to get right on top of it because it won't make it run. But if you get really close, it could. So come back from a distance. But this will set it. Now this takes a little bit of time to dry, and the color gets a little lighter. It mutes the color some. So think about that as you're choosing your colors. Isn't that pretty though? So that takes a little bit of time. So how about I grab the set that I already have done. There we go. Oh, so pretty. And then I got Fancy Dancy, and look, in the center of the flowers, I put, now the smallest one looked best to me, the Rhinestone Basic Jewels, in the center of our diamonds. So let's separate these colors, and like I said, they're a little collage, and however you put it in their box. I would put these in a box to present them. And how fun is that? Okay, there we go. And so now we need to make them into magnets. So what I have here, these are magnetic dots, and they just pop out of here. Now look, I found these $2.99, and you just don't get very many. I found them again on Amazon, really inexpensive for you. And so this pops out. And I like these because they're going to look really neat. You could also purchase, oh, I need to get that backing off, excuse me. You could purchase, you know, a sheet of them or rectangles and trim them down. if you don't cut straight, it won't look as neat, and it's a gift, so I like things to look nice and neat. And with 2 of them, and they're self-adhesive, press this on here as soon as I let it go. Come on. All right. And it did. I tried them out, and they held on my refrigerator, and I took a business card, and it kept that up too. And so there we go. Our quick and easy DIY Christmas gift idea for coworkers, friends and family too, that won't break the bank. All the supplies to make my DIY Christmas gift for coworkers and friends and family too are listed below the video and available to order now in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. I'm Shelly Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.